Hi everyone, it's Michelle Townsend here. I hope you are well. And if you haven't been to the channel before, then we talk about like autism and like family stuff. And I do welcome you to the channel. So in today's video, we are going to be looking at a documentary which is on like a Netflix, and I love the kind of like I say documentaries. I'm really into all kinds of documentaries, but this one is let's just say it's on autism, and is on a subject that wow, it's on love. So it's called Love on the Spectrum. And now I'm watching the last one today. So I'm going to be talking about the ones I've seen and that, and then maybe towards like the end of this video, I probably will like say add uh, what I felt about what's it the last episode. Now there's only like 5 episodes, which is a little bit disappointing because usually there are around about like 10 episodes. Sometimes in some of the like say documentaries or like say a series. So let's start. What is it about? Well, it's about people on the autism spectrum who are looking for love, and there's a particularly it's done in Australia, so it's kind of oi mate, yeah, that kind of like I say accent and that. So I really enjoyed watching it. I felt that it was really good on say like all levels. You have to excuse me. So yeah, why did I watch it? Well, a couple of reasons. One, I really love watching these kind of programs. It's a little bit like the UK version, so called the Undateables, which I don't really like the title of that, the Undateables, Dateables. Um, but I can see the reason behind kind of, what was it, the whole idea of naming that, what was it, the Undateables and that, which they look at not just like people on the spectrum looking for love, but they also look at, say, other disabilities as well. So it's really interesting. Now, I'm watching this like as a parent who have a child who is only like age 4 at the moment. So it's kind of, it brings me to a point whereby it's very much kind of like, okay, Matthew has got a long way to go before he's looking for love and stuff like that. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. These are all kind of questions and like feelings that most of us, parents, um, when we have kids, it's exciting and stuff. And they go to school. Well, they go to nursery, preschool, school, college, university, get a job, they get married. Before they get married, they go on dates and stuff, and we have to have that conversation as well. And so yeah, and I was very much kind of say watching this in the way of like, oh, this is like interesting program. So there's a few people on here. There's 2 couples actually who appear, and I really recommend that you go and watch this program. Like you may be a autistic like person yourself, or maybe you are a parent or a professional. No, because one of the things that I used to get really annoyed about when I was working in social care was that a lot of my young people wanted to go on dates. They wanted to, get married. They wanted to find love and to start like a family, and some of them didn't, and that's absolutely fine as well. So we are like all like human beings, and there's this lovely lady on there who is kind of like a dating coach, and she goes to these like wonderful people like homes and that, and she will talk to the person, and one of the really funny parts is that she goes, right, mum and dad, I think this is where you live. Do you think you really want to be hearing what he's actually like a feeling and wanting? And this is very true. I have worked with many people like in my career, and parents want to be there. They are, say, protective, and from a very young age, right up to like adulthood. And I think it's really hard for parents like to let go. We want to our kids to be happy, but also safe. We don't want to like to see them hurt and stuff. Uh, but what she does is that she will go in, and one of the things that she says, which is really important here, okay, and it's what I believe, and many people who are it's called a, what was it? I can't pronounce the word, but basically, it's where it's like diversity. I don't know. Anyway, um, it's about like accepting people for who they are. Okay, so like, I'm me, you are you. Matthew, my son, who has autism, he's autistic. That's who he is. But no, he's not the same like as say someone else with autism. They may share like the same say like issues, behaviors, in that I'd say difficulties. However, they are different in the way that they are like a thinking and stuff, their emotions, even if also I've worked with some kids and young people who are non-verbal, and actually if you get down to really understanding them and that, you will get to know the personality. So this Love on the Spectrum I absolutely love. I do recommend that you go and watch it like for yourself, and watch out for two people. One's called Michael, he's a gem, and I absolutely, he's so smart in his appearance and that, the way that he speaks, and yeah, he's just like a really nice guy. And I'm sure that he will, I say, like find someone like in the end. And then there's, I think his name is Mark, and Mark is cool. He's, laid back and was it, and again, he's really good looking, and it's that, what was it? He goes on some dates, and this was it, and it's like a first date that he goes on. He's like really kind of cool, and no, and to be honest, it's like, really, like, you got autism? You haven't got a girl? Wow. But actually, as you move through like the episodes, you see that he has, where his brain will just freeze, and he doesn't know what to say. It's like a blank. Autistic people, and sometimes I get this, and I'm not autistic, but I'm dyslexic, where you kind of, your mind will go blank. And we all have done this, and it's absolutely fine. But a lot of people on the spectrum will get this and that, because the way that they think and process things is much more kind of different to how we process things and that. And I'm dyslexic, so the way that I kind of think and process things is so much more different as well, you know. So I love this program, absolutely. I love it. I do hope that they have like a second season and that, because it's really good. Now, most like what I like the most about this program is the fact that they have lots of people on it with all kinds of abilities and that's what I love about it. And also, you know, from straight to gay to, you know, bisexual and that, it's really good. They have covered like, say, like all kind of like angles and stuff. And I found out about this like a program on a another YouTuber called Dan, who is a Aspie, like Aspie World, and great content from him, really good. So I thought I would like watch it and kind of give my feedback on it. So I'm just going to sit down. So they have some like girls on the spectrum as well, going out for dates and stuff. And it's like I said before, you know, girls on the spectrum is so much more harder to diagnose, and that. And however, I'm really glad that they have, you know, girls on the spectrum like on this show, and the one I'm watching now, like episode 5, I'm only like 16 minutes like in, but like all throughout, what was it? Uh, the couples who I have seen and they have spoken about, there was one really cute couple, and that, and they are engaged, and that, and they get each other. And that's what I love. And I think it's great when two people can get together and they get like each other. So like for me and like my husband, like Darren, we get each other. Like we are so, well, we are kind of different, but we are like the same. And was I think the reason that we get on is because I give him space and he will give me space. We understand like each other. We communicate, say wow, but like in the beginning, like with every relationship, we have to, you know, get to know. And so this couple, I can't remember their name, but like it's in like episode 5. This guy is, you know, very intelligent, very, you know, shy and stuff, and you know, it's kind of like, but he's found someone who really gets him, and that's the most important like a message that I want to give you, is that like if you are single and you're looking for love, and like, or if you are a parent like of a autistic child or teenager or young person who are getting to that stage, especially when they get, not, some people are like, yeah, I want a girlfriend and stuff, and they obsess about it, and we have to go through a process. And as parents, sometimes that's really difficult. However, there are organisations out there. So, like in Oxfordshire, we have something called Mates and Dates, and I'm a really like a big like a fan of Mates and Dates. It's really good. And another organisation who are really good around like relationships is Mencat. Really, what was it like? Those two organisations are really good, and also the National Autistic Society as well. And so even though, what was it? It's really hard sometimes for people to understand social no skills, to understand communication, And like if they're like people who, so like myself, I used to like help people understand like social cues in that. I was life coaching someone once who was a like Aspie. It's now, what was it, like Asperger's and autism, it's all in one now. However, this guy was very much kind of like, well, the reason I don't get like I give eye contact, his parents wanted me to, sort out his eye contact, which sounds really funny, but it's not. And I think if you don't understand, why. And I said to him, I said, right, your parents want me to help you with like making more like eye contact with people. How do you feel about this? And he's like, and I said, okay, tell me, like, why do you find it really difficult to make like eye contact? And he said, because I don't like eyes. I don't like looking at them. What was it? I look around about here, and was it? And that's my safe like zone. And I said, okay, so how would you like this session to go? Like, because we can, I can talk to your parents and we can have a conversation. Um, but how do we like help you? Do you want any help with social skills? And he said yes, and it was mainly to do with getting a girlfriend. So again, what was it? Like us parents, we need to learn like from our kids. We need to really kind of know. I think we need to get into their world sometimes. Yeah, I know, so that's a really old term, their world, but we really need to understand, them, and simple like communication and that. So I really love, Love on the Spectrum. I think you will enjoy it as well. And it's like, if you haven't like got Netflix, then you can download it. You can basically have a 7 day or a 30-day trial, and like yeah, I just watch it because it's only like 5 episodes, and it's something that I really have enjoyed, but like also like I found really really emotional. I mean, really emotional, um, because like I said, Matthew is only like 4 years old. He's got a lot of learning to go. He's got a lot of life, like in him, and but at some stage, this is where I need to not get emotional here. At some stage, he's going to become a teenager. He's going to become a young adult and then a like adult. Whatever that will look like for him, I don't know, but I want him to be happy. And so sometimes we have to kind of deal with situations and that, like as parents, and I think sometimes we need support. So if you need support, then please talk to someone, a professional, and that like wherever you live, and talk to them about kind of, what do you say when he or she will say, "Mum, Dad, I want a girlfriend. How do I start dating?" No. Watching programs like this is really good. It's really like educational, because what you are getting is not just like professionals, saying, right, this and that. They are showing you real people at the end, at the end of the day. And so, I do think that we can learn a lot from people like on the autism spectrum, and we need to listen you need to listen as well. Like, even if your son or daughter is non-verbal, no, they like with Matthew, he's non-verbal at the moment. He might, learn to communicate in his preferred kind of method, whether that's talking verbally, whether that's Makaton, whether that's PEX, or a whole combination. Yeah, but then it's developing his communication skills, and then as he gets older, it's learning about social skills and that. And so I hope you have enjoyed this kind of very, very different kind of, as a video, a review on Love on the Spectrum. I know I didn't really go into detail like on the episodes and that, but watch out for Michael and Mark. I think they are superb. Um, and some of the ladies on there, wow, no, really, really good. Really enjoyed it. Made actually made me like cry a couple of times because I was so happy. I was so happy that people. One of the young people on there said something, and that was that there was a few times, and that was one. There was one guy, again very smart, had a job and that, was into jigsaws and stuff, and he didn't say this on the show, but he has said it in the past, and that was like, I wish I was normal. And that's, for parents, really hard to take, because as a parent we want to kind of protect our kids. We want to give them all we can, and it's like when people know that they have when you got a disability. So like when I was growing up, I knew I had a speech impairment. It made me sad. It made me angry. I didn't want to tell people that I had a disability. I was ashamed of having a speech impairment, and also I didn't know like about when I was a teenager at that I was like a dyslexic. However, again, um, when I did know, when I was 29, so not so long ago, um, it didn't surprise me, and I think I was probably, I don't know, it took me a very long time to get over that I had a disability, and I went to like a special needs like I saw and stuff, and I just wanted, like this guy on Love on the Spectrum, I wanted to be normal. And it's like, what the hell is normal anyway? No, what is normal? And I give you that question because I don't think there is a normal. I think like each human being, we are who we are, and that, and whether you are on the spectrum or not, whether you got a disability or not, you are special in every way. You are like unique. There's only one of you, yeah. And what was it? We need to kind of just be happy. But a lot of the time, people don't say that. People expect us to be normal. There's the rules that we need to go by. So it's really hard for people on the spectrum, and one of the, I think it was one of the girls actually who said, well, no, a lot of autistic people, she did say like a percentage, that don't have relationships because of the social and communication difficulties that they have. And you can see that, you can see it within the program. People are very much, they are thinking of kind of questions, and I kind of know how this feels. So you are thinking of like a question to say, yeah. And for me, having a speech impairment, I relate to this. So what was it? When I started to date, it was very much kind of like, oh, I hope I don't choke. I no, not in terms of choking on food, but can't get my words out. Yeah, that was a main like as a fear of mine. Like at meetings, interviews, it was a fear. On dates, it was, people I didn't know, it was, it's like all this kind of like, oh, I really hope I don't like a choke, because it's like if I do, no, I will get all hot and everything, and I just don't want to be there. So, being nervous was one of the triggers, and that, and it says, and I could see this within the program, people being say nervous, what to say, and I get this as well. It's probably why I went into working with kids and adults with autism in the first place, because I kind of get it. Because my problem, back in, what was it, very early on, so when I was a teenager and that, what was a young person, was I was so focused on kind of like, well, what if they don't understand me? I had to think of kind of questions. When I do the videos, I do them like off the cuff. I don't write notes. I tried all that, and it doesn't work. I just get really frustrated. One, because what I think, oh, uh, okay, why did I put that for? So I tend to just not. What I have a idea in my head, and then I just go with it. But that has taken me a very long time to do. And sometimes the videos, they do get out, because I think, well, that was a load of rubbish. And it's the same with people on the spectrum. The way that, what was it, people say think, and that, what was it, the whole idea that what was it, well, what if I say this wrong? No, or what if I talk about myself too much? That kind of thing. Um, so it's really important um, that people get coaching and, what is it, or guidance and that. But sometimes then it can be, so the best way is just practice. And that's what this program shows. It's real life, real people. It's not some kind of disability kind of program. Um, yeah, it's just a wonderful program, guys. So please go ahead, watch Love on the Spectrum, because it's a really good program, and well done Netflix for doing it, because yeah, it's 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 one of, was it, the better kind of like documentaries on autism, and especially the subject of kind of love. So yeah. Anyway, guys, if you have enjoyed this kind of review and talk about like relationships and love on the spectrum, please give us a like and a comment below. Like, have you got a daughter or son on the spectrum, or are you autistic yourself? And how have you found relationships and finding love? And that, and please, I do comment whether you have a watch, or are going to watch and Love on the Spectrum. I was it now, when I watch kind of Dan's video, he did say, and I think this is a case, that Love on the Spectrum is on every Netflix, because we got Netflix in the UK, and so yeah, I'm sure it's there. I had to search for it, but go ahead and have a nice day, everyone. And I will see you in the next video very, very soon. And so yeah, and if you do want me to do some more reviews on like autism, TV shows or movies, please do leave a comment down below. All right, take care. Bye for now.